Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Wednesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Yes, Mars, welcome. Looks like we're going to hold 8 cents. That's what we're watching on the chart here with this yellow line right there. Can we hold 8 cents? While other cryptos were dropping, Dogecoin actually went up a little bit and so was able to hold that 8 cents while Bitcoin couldn't hold 38K. So we continue to increase our Doge BTC chart. We'll take a look at that as well. Take a look at some other key indicators. And we'll look at some other cryptos as well. And got some exciting news here to look into, partially about Dogecoin as currency and what it would really take. And not all the best news, but it's something we'll be watching, as well as, I mean, why not a meme, right? Like Doge is. We've got an exciting day tomorrow with the Cybertruck. Yes, Tesla's Cybertruck. People are going to be driving them off Tesla lots tomorrow. If they got in early, we got their pre-order. So you just can't go to a Tesla place and buy one and drive out. It's going to be a while if you wanted to order one now till you get it. But those that pre-ordered, we're going to see Tesla Cybertrucks driving down the street. That's right, driving down the street. Mars says, big day for Tesla tomorrow. Jason says, Cybertrucks. It's going to be wild to see them rolling around. It's going to be wild. So any of you getting a Cybertruck? You interested in a Cybertruck? Me, I'm a Model X guy. I don't have it yet. I need Doge to go to $1 first. I want that Model X plaid. Yes, I want the plaid. With ludicrous mode would be good too, but I'm looking at plaid. Model X, I'm kind of more of an SUV guy than a pickup truck kind of guy. And I know the Cybertruck is different, but still. I do like the X there. So we also have some exciting things in stocks. GameStop, just it's back. Crazy manipulation going on. Well, I can't say manipulation. Sorry, crazy price action in GameStop happened today. Mars hoping that AMC follows, so he can sell off some of that AMC and buy more Dogecoin. Yes, that's the way it is, Mars. Buy more Dogecoin. Buy more Dogecoin. Hello, Alexander. Welcome from Germany. Guten Tag or Guten Nacht, I guess. I would say my German is like, I know very little, but hey, all, that's okay. Ryan is here. Zippy's here. Pietro is here. PT Max likes that intro. I do too. It's always fun to have that intro on when Doge is up. We're going to be comparing where Doge was 2 months ago and where it is now on one of our stories, which is good. 1, 2, 3 is here. Joe, welcome, welcome. Joshua, looks like I Am George finally gave some respect to Doge. Yeah, George has been appreciating Doge more lately, and I've seen that over the past few months. I mean, you can't knock a top 10 cryptocurrency that continues to weather the time, still in the top 10, holding strong. And there's a lot of talk about Doge, a lot of activity on Doge, a lot of things going on. So yes, so George, Cryptos Are Us, is he's a Doge fan. Yeah, I don't think he's buying Dogecoin, but he does talk about it. And that's all good. Hi, Phil. How are you? Ryan, welcome. Pre-ordered how many years ago? Right. Yeah, who knows how long people had to wait on that Cybertruck. But people who were saying it'll never happen. And here it is. So all over X Twitter tomorrow is just going to be Cybertruck mania. We'll see what the stock does. The stock had a little run today and then it sold off in the afternoon. I am a big Tesla stockholder, so I appreciate that. Of course, I have a lot more Doge. But I do hold some Tesla stock because that's a great investment, especially when I bought it just about a year ago. I've made a good profit on it, but I'm holding Tesla stock for a while as well. Kriss, hey all, welcome, welcome. Yes, Model X is fire. That's the one I'm eventually going to get. That's what I got my eyes on. But we will see. So let me drop down here in the corner and let's look at the charts. Here we have Doge actually moving up right now since I have been on live for the past 7 minutes. We're moving up to 8.08. We like to see that green going up. That is right there. And, Doge, a couple little dips early this morning and then one later this morning, just below 8 cents, but then just got bought right back up with increasing volume overnight. That's good stuff for Dogecoin. If we zoom out a little bit, we see on the 4-hour chart that Dogecoin, had this dip, came all the way down almost to 7 cents here, but then recovered and moved right back up over 8 cents where we are now. And that is good trading for Dogecoin, especially without any huge news specifically about Dogecoin going on. So that's pretty cool. What did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin dropped this morning. Was over 38,000 and dropped below, and now it's kind of trading sideways, 37.7. Still a great price for Dogecoin overall. For those of you waiting for a big dip, there still could be, and we talked about that in the video yesterday, maybe live on Monday, we were looking at a chart that shows in a bull run, we still see these 20 to 30% corrections that happen in Bitcoin during bull runs. So it's those corrections that you want to watch for if you're looking to buy the dip. And that happens in Bitcoin. Usually all the other cryptos follow. Dogecoin goes on its own craziness, right? It'll follow along, maybe not at the same percentage, but then it goes on its crazy run all by itself. And that's what we're looking forward to, particularly in Dogecoin. So that's what we have going on. And I wanted to start today to talk about Dogecoin as currency of the internet. Could that actually happen? And there was discussion about this last year. Can Dogecoin be the currency of the internet? There had been discussions about that in 2021. Elon Musk had started that, talking about, it's all risky, said Elon is choosing Doge because Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin in many fundamental ways. Of course, the Bitcoin maxis, they're going to say, oh, we got a Lightning Network. Yeah, Dogecoin doesn't need a Lightning Network. It has low fees all on its own. Transactions per second, as we'll see, could be a little better. And maybe something will come along that helps that. But if they're going to change the code, and we'll explore that in just a minute here with that. But Dogecoin has faster transaction speeds, lower fees, and less environmental impact than Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin on its own. Doge is affordable for regular folks because of its high supply. And that's the big thing, is like, how much do you want to spend on a Dogecoin, right? So now you can get for 8 cents, right? 8 cents for a Doge. Bitcoin maxis will say, oh, but you can buy sats, right? Start stacking sats. Well, sats are like 1/10,000th or something of a Bitcoin. And so you got all those zeros to deal with. And one Bitcoin, if you want to buy a Bitcoin, you go onto an exchange to buy, you don't see sats, right? You see a Bitcoin at 37,700, you're going to buy 0.0003 Bitcoin or something. It's like, it's more fun to buy Dogecoin. It's much more fun. So there's that too. The people's crypto. It's all risky, said. Elon Musk responded saying, ideally, Doge speeds up block time by 10, increases block size by 10, and drops the fee 100x, and then it wins hands down. That's what Elon said about Dogecoin as currency. So that's already in Elon's mind, right? Dogecoin as currency. And we already had Mark Cuban talking about Dogecoin as currency back in 2021 as well. He had bought some for his son and they were playing around with it as a cryptocurrency. Mark was degenning into a bunch of other cryptos too. And we heard about his wallet getting hacked and those things going on. But he was interested in Dogecoin. And he also talked about, well, if you remember, right, Dogecoin that Mark Cuban said, which is, I've got that little clip right here.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, right? So Mark called it Dogecoin, which I responded to somebody else this morning was talking about Mark Cuban because Mark is selling a majority stake in his Dallas Mavericks basketball team to Miriam Adelson, who is the wife of the late Sheldon Adelson, who developed the Venetian Casino Resort and then made another Venetian over in Macau. And that's just making tons of money. So Miriam is like the third richest woman in the world now. And there's this big plan to try and get casino gambling approved in the state of Texas, hopefully in the city of Dallas. And they can build a new basketball arena with a casino and hotel and all of that stuff. That's all in play. I think Mark wants to get into the casino business, actually, which would be kind of interesting. But anyway, I get ahead of myself. Here's Elon Musk supporting Dogecoin already back then. And yes, right. You could buy Mavs tickets and Mavs jerseys using Dogecoin, but he uses BitPay and you can use other cryptocurrencies too. He just talked more about Dogecoin because at that time, Doge that's all everyone was talking about in the spring of 2021 was Doge. And so he was using it as a marketing opportunity as well, right, to buy Dallas Mavericks merch. Personally, I'm up here in Boston. I'm a Boston Celtics fan. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing a Dallas Mavericks jersey just because you can buy it with Dogecoin. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not that crazy about it. So there was that. But then in 2022, we had Vlad Tenev. He is the CEO of Robinhood. Now, if you recall, Robinhood was one of the first big exchanges here in the United States where you could buy Dogecoin. They were in on Dogecoin in 2019. That's well before the big run-up end of 2020 and beginning of 2021, that Robinhood was a Dogecoin supporter. And that is when they started to fill up their wallets with Dogecoin, because when you buy Robinhood on Dogecoin, at least at that time, you couldn't transfer it off. And so they ended up accumulating large wallets full of cheap Dogecoin. They were buying it at like 0.002 and 0.003. So less than half a penny, and they're loading up on Dogecoin back then. So they got in early. But Vlad here was saying, can Doge truly be the future currency of the internet? As we added the ability to send and receive Doge on Robinhood, I've been thinking about what that would take. So what Robinhood did in 2022 is they changed their wallet system to allow the users on the platform to be able to transfer Doge off in other cryptocurrencies, or actually bring from other wallets, bring cryptocurrency onto the Robinhood platform if you want to hold it on Robinhood. And then we've talked about like the big whale wallets and how much Robinhood holds, all of that on behalf of you and me and everyone else who bought Dogecoin on Robinhood. That's our Dogecoin that's in those big, huge whale wallets that Robinhood owns. And there are other big whale wallets too. We've talked about like Binance and Kraken and others have big whale wallets full of Robinhood that they hold on behalf of the users who buy Doge on their platform and they just leave it there. Now, it's not the same as having a hardware wallet where you transfer it on and then it's your cryptocurrency, right, on your wallet. But many people just do it, right? For the ease, convenience, they just say, I'll just buy it and it'll just keep it there. Well, When you've got an established company like Coinbase, Robinhood, publicly traded, tend to trust them a little more. It's those privately held ones. We saw what happened with FTX, right? We don't know how that's going to play out for those that were holding Dogecoin and other cryptos on the FTX platform. And then we had those that were looking for earn programs like Celsius and Voyager. We know what happened to those. So those are risky bets. Just, would not recommend that. Again, not a financial advisor, but that's not what I'm doing, right? Robinhood, Coinbase, and wallets, right? Whether it's a ledger like this, and I have a link, of course, in the description below for ledgers. I also use Exodus Wallet. That's where I have a lot of staking for other cryptocurrencies. I do that through Exodus. And then I've got Trust Wallet and the MyDoge on my phone. And that's just for day-to-day transactions. Like if I go onto the AMC app here, because I want to go see a movie, I will pay for it through BitPay, and it'll just take that Doge right out of my Trust Wallet or my MyDoge wallet directly. That's how it works as cryptocurrency. Very convenient, very easy to use, and very fast. Vlad is saying, look, transaction fees have to be vanishingly small. And what does he say about Dogecoin? We're already there. As of last November's 1.14.5 update, typical transaction fees have been $0.003. That's a third of a penny for a transaction fee. Now you hear about gas fees with Ethereum, right? And we hear about Bitcoin fees. Doge is cheap. And that update, that 1.14.5 update that the Doge devs did on the Dogecoin core was fueled by a lot of this talk from Elon Musk and others about what can we do about lowering Dogecoin fees. And they did it. So we know that the Dogecoin code can be upgraded, and the devs work very hard on that. Of course, everything is done, open. You go through GitHub, there's a lot of discussions about any updates that are going on, and the community gets to openly discuss any modifications that Doge may have in the future. Ideally, the block time, the time between successive blocks being added to the chain and to verify a transaction, should be fast enough that the transaction can be recorded in the next block in less time than it takes to pay at a point of sale terminal. Right? You want to pay, you want to receive confirmation of your transaction, and then you want to leave. Right? Ideally, that's what happens. With a Visa card or a MasterCard, that happens real quick. But with Dogecoin, you got to wait a minute. It shouldn't be so fast that miners start building up too many competing chains, waste excessive amounts of energy, establishing consensus. That's true. Again, Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. You need the miners to validate the transactions on the blockchain. And they do it in chunks, right? It's not in each individual transaction being verified. Depends on how much volume there is on the network at the time. And then they get lumped into blocks, a lot of transactions. Doge's current block time is 1 minute. It's 1 minute. You got to wait a minute. This is a bit on the long side for payments. A 10-second block time would be more appropriate, as it would be less than the typical time spent completing a debit card transaction. So 1/10 the time is what Vlad's talking about. 1/10 the time. Currently, with a 1 megabyte block size, 1 minute block time, Dogecoin's throughput is about 40 transactions per second. That's not bad, but you still have to wait the minute, right? Even though they can do 40 transactions per second, you still have to wait the minute for the confirmation. So Visa can handle 65,000 TPS. Well, that's okay. That's a credit card. And you want to go with the banking system and use that, that's fine. Doge is good for smaller purchases, for tipping, things like that. But for mass adoption, true mass adoption and everyone using Dogecoin's probably going to need a little help. So that's what that is about. Now, Could we move to larger block sizes? A 1 gigabyte block size, maybe even a 10 gigabyte block size? Well, that would take a lot of effort from a lot of people to make that happen. And it would come at, there's a lot of people running full nodes, Dogecoin nodes on their own personal computers, and you might not be able to do that if they increase the block size. So there's that sort of trade-off that would have to be talked about if Dogecoin got to that point where that's what was happening. So there was all that going on. It's all risky, says, today memes are undervalued. Why can't a meme be the currency of the internet when memes are the foundation of internet culture? Because I mean, that's the other thing that Elon loves about Doge, right? It's like dogs and memes, right? And it's fun. So wanted to start off with that. We're talking Dogecoin and having fun with it. So there's the dancing Doges. That's what we're talking about today with Dogecoin. Of course, we had 2 months ago, X announcing upcoming payments integration is Dogecoin on the list. And this was Linda Yaccarino, the ex-Twitter CEO. She showed a video and they showed X payments. We covered this 2 months ago in detail, what all this was about. But this is about Dogecoin. We think, at least the Dogecoin community and cryptocurrency community talking about it, they could do fiat monies on X payments, X Twitter platform, but they would have to be dealing internationally with all these different currencies. I don't think Elon wants to do that. And Dogecoin solves that because there's just one currency then, and it's Doge. That would be it. That's my argument for it. Because what are they going to do with citizens of Germany, right? Someone doing the euro, but then you've got Canada, you've got Mexico, you've got South America, you've got all these other countries, and they're dealing with all these different currencies. Do they want to do that? I don't think so. Back then, we had Dogecoin. What was Doge's price? 0.0627. Yeah, it was 6.2 cents. And it was still following this line that was still trending downwards, this downward trend line, right? I was like, we didn't know how long it would take to break out of that, but it didn't take long. So let me see. I wanted to move to this one. So this is my good friend Ali, and I commented on this. Because what Ali said here was on the weekly chart, Doge faces major hurdles at 8.7 cents, but it shows a breakout, right? There was this breakout here from that downward wedge that Dogecoin had been in. And what Ali's saying is, look, we have these converging moving averages that Doge can't get above. He's targeting 0.087 as a key resistance line. And if Doge can trade above that, then it's clear sailing up to 13.8 cents. Awesome. I just made the comment like those are just lines on a chart, right? But he commented back saying they mean something. Doge can't get above it. Once Doge clears it, then that's good. And I'll take that, right? I'll accept that. That'll be fine. So that's what's going on with all of that. So let me catch up what you guys are talking about here. Yes, Mars says, ever thankful to Robinhood because Robinhood introduced him to Doge. And for many people, Dogecoin was the exchange where people first bought their first cryptocurrency. And in many cases, it was Dogecoin. Dogecoin. To the moon. Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute. Definitely not as quick as XRP. Again, it depends on what you're using it for, right? It depends on what you're using it for, in my opinion. That's just how Dogecoin works. How's the old 9 to 5 going? Yeah, you notice I come on at 5 o'clock, and today I'm wearing like the uniform, right? We'll see we'll see about retirement. If we have a huge bull run into 2025, might consider it. Might consider it then. But I got a good gig going on too, so, and I like what I do. So there's that. So we'll keep it at that. Yes, Ryan, retiring at the peak of the bull market. That would be it, right? That would be it. But then I'd have to start selling, right? Which I would probably already will do. I'll be skimming some profits, right? So I got, some money to enjoy things with, but also we don't know what's going to happen going forward with cryptocurrency. You get these Bitcoin spot ETFs, or some saying that that's just going to completely change all of the bull and bear market cycles going forward. We could just have this big bull run coming up, and then it just stays up there. Who knows? There's always bear markets, but it may not follow the same pattern that we've had before. You never know. So I'm looking at it as an opportunity to take some profits, and but I'll always have Dogecoin, and I'll always have some other crypto and stocks and other things, and we'll see what happens going forward. So Mars got a promotion at work. Congratulations. Extra money into Doge. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Good morning, War Mentor. 4 p.m. I was all night following green numbers and just woke up. Tell me some positive news, please. Okay. You want some positive news? Dogecoin's moon mission, Doge 1, gets NTIA approval. So this is the Doge 1 SpaceX, the one that's going to happen in January, is clearing its final hurdles, getting its approvals, so it can take Dogecoin to the moon. But this isn't the one that's putting Doge on the moon. This is the one that's all paid for in Dogecoin. And they're going to have this small sat that I showed a picture of the other week that has this little camera on it with these advertising things. And you buy all of that using Dogecoin. It's all Doge. It's all Doge. That's a cool use of Dogecoin. This is going to happen. This Doge 1 mission is going to happen. It's getting close. It's going to be January. Now, there's the other one in December. That's the one where they're putting the literal Dogecoin that's in that moon box, right? And they're going to put it on the moon, and there it's going to be a Dogecoin on the moon. It's just a fun thing, right? Doesn't really do anything, but it kind of hypes Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin to the moon, the whole thing. It's a meme. It's a wink and a nod. It's fun. There's that. But the Doge 1 mission is actually utilizing Dogecoin as utility, as currency, which is great. So we have that. Covered that. Dogecoin prepares for moon mission as analysts predict double-digit gains. That's right. As the crypto bull market starts to heat up, Dogecoin, the most popular meme coin, preparing to go on a moon mission, which analysts say could see the price of Doge double in the near future on a potential path to $4. Now, yesterday, we talked about $2, right? People thought I was crazy, right? Oh, that's just speculation. That's what we do, right? That's what we do. We speculate, right? What could happen? That's what we do. So I'm speculating. $4 is a bit of a reach in the short term, but you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen, particularly if Elon does what we think he might do with X Twitter by putting Dogecoin as the currency on the X platform. If he does that, Never know. Never know. So this is talking about the Doge 1 satellite, the CubeSat mission planned by Geometric Energy, entirely funded through Doge. Doge 1 X-band. We have yet to get the FCC license grant, which will address X-band and S-band. Once fully approved, satellite will be launched as part of the payload. I heard they got the FCC license. I heard they already got that. Because that's what the satellite itself is going to need in order to transmit back, right, to Earth. So the miniature screen on the Doge 1 satellite will also display advertisements, images, logos as a way for the project to generate additional income. So it's going to be in lunar orbit. Satellite will explore the moon, display images and digital art on a small screen of the lunar orbiter that will be broadcasting back to Earth. That's pretty cool. So we have that, and then we have the one in December, which is going to be the physical Dogecoin token to the moon as part of Astrobotics launch, which is planned for December 23rd. So this is all coming. It is all coming. Impending moon missions have reignited interest in Dogecoin, which has struggled to break above the 8.7 cent line. That's the one that Ali has recognized in the wake of crypto winter. So we have that. But we also have this. The number of addresses holding Doge has just hit a record high. For the first time, more than 5 million addresses are holding Dogecoin, according to Into the Block. What is this? So here's Into the Block. Here's the chart. And this great uptick in, these are wallets that hold some Dogecoin. So these aren't wallets that don't have anything in them, because there's a lot of those. These are the ones that actually have balances. There's 5.02 million addresses now. And look, we were only at 4.8, say, here in August. And this has just skyrocketed here this month. And why is that going on? Well, we have this thing called Dogenals, right? Dogenals. We've been talking about that. So what are Dogenals? Well, this is Doge Labs igniting the WoW and the Dogenals movement. They're minting NFTs on the Dogecoin blockchain. What they're doing, DRC20 minting NFTs. So they've got these Dogenals. Started with these Labradoges. So for those that are into NFTs, might be something you might be interested. I did not get into NFTs before, and I don't plan on getting into NFTs now. That's not my thing, right? I trade cryptocurrencies. I invest in cryptocurrencies. I'm not in the NFT game. And when I said that before, a couple of years ago, when NFTs were like skyrocketing in price, I was like, no. And people were saying, "Oh, you're leaving money on the table, Kriss. This is you're missing out." Well, what happened to the NFT market over the past year and a half? Right. Nosedived, complete nosedive. All those Bored Ape people are so underwater. So underwater. So me, I was just like, no, staying out. And I'm staying out of this too. But what is this doing? 5 million unique combinations, bunch of burning, how much limited? This is increasing the use of the Dogecoin blockchain. Is this good for Dogecoin? Well, just like people are complaining about Bitcoin and Bitcoin ordinals, right? Mucking up the blockchain, right? Slowing things down. Yeah, this could as well. But again, we're talking about making Dogecoin more than just a meme coin. And if there is utility for the Dogecoin blockchain, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that's what that is all about. That's good for Dogecoin. It's good for Dogecoin. So that's my take on that. Next bull market, I'm not selling until $4 diamond hands. I'm going to be talking about skimming profits, and I'll tell you when I'm doing it and what my rationale is at that time. But again, I'm not selling all my Doge. I'm not doing crazy things, not doing big swing trading, or not leverage, and I'm not going to be shorting it if I think it's hit its high, and shorting back down. I don't play those games. I'm a holder, I'm a buyer, and I'll do a little skimming as well. Am I going to live stream the Doge mission? I will not be doing the Dogecoin to the moon one. It's on Christmas Eve. We'll check in because, just generally will be checking in, but the Doge mission is going to be a rocket liftoff, and then it's going to go in. I don't know how long it takes to get to the moon and all that stuff. I haven't looked into all that detail yet. We'll be looking at that next month. But no, I'm not planning on that. Doge will be the first to go to the moon. Yep. Guess what? There's also a Bitcoin in the box too. So it's Doge and Bitcoin actually that's going. But you don't hear about the Bitcoin piece, right? Because their community doesn't care about stuff like that. Our community cares about Dogecoin to the moon. So what will the price be with these missions? The missions coming in December and January should be able to get Dogecoin to 20 cents. X integration, we're in the 30s and 40s, maybe even 50 cents or higher with that. That's the type of thing that totally increases Dogecoin adoption. If Elon does get it on X Twitter, that would be huge. It'll be more than 25 cents for a Dogecoin. That's going to be, it's going to be crazy. So we'll see about that. Not quite ready yet, but yeah, I never believed any of those other dates, but now it's starting to sound legit. It is. Yep, it certainly is. Wow. Literal moon, here we come. Yep. Bull market prediction. Yeah, Carnell just talked about that. We'll see. It's going to be an exciting time. If you weren't watching Dogecoin back in late January 2021, early Feb, and then again April and early May, just crazy times. You'd have the whole crypto market going down 5% or more, and Dogecoin is going up 50%. I remember that day, April 16th. It's just like, what? What is going on? Doge was just going crazy. We're going to be talking that again. That's for sure. First, I thought I'm a crazy 30-plus grown playing video games. After that, I heard a billionaire, also a gamer, bought a Dogecoin for a meme. Heard Elon did the same. Yep. You're in with Elon. And Elon said he's bought Doge. So he's a Dogecoin holder. And he talks about it and he jokes about it. Again, 2024, it's looking like it's going to be a fabulous year. So we got a ways to get there, though. But look at Dogecoin, though. Why is Dogecoin at 8 cents now and it was 6 cents 2 months ago? Right? Why is that happening? And why is Bitcoin going down while Dogecoin is going up? Here we have coin market cap, right? Bitcoin down 0.43% in the last 24 hours. Dogecoin is up. Dogecoin is up 5%, up 6% in the past 7 days. Dogecoin up 6%. Bitcoin's only up 1%. Ethereum's down 1.7%. But Dogecoin up 6%. This is all in anticipation of what's coming with Dogecoin. That's how Dogecoin trades. So some of you guys looking for 5-cent Dogecoin, we may not ever see that again. We may not ever see that again. Yeah, NFTs, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with NFTs. Yeah, Mars, I never cared about them either. Sheeb is not doing well. Not yet. Sheeb will have its day, but it's kind of lagging down here in the 8s still. Sheeb isn't moving. And on CoinMarketCap, Sheeb has dropped down to 18th. It's below Litecoin now. So, it's holding. It's still a top 20, but it hasn't been doing much. And I even have a chart that looks at the Dogecoin and Sheeb comparison. And look, Dogecoin has been outperforming Sheeb. This is the Sheeb Doge, so it's getting lower and lower. It's the price of Sheeb compared to Dogecoin keeps going down and down and down. So Dogecoin has been outperforming Sheeb is what this chart shows here. One day, though, Sheeb is going to take off. And you don't know when that's going to happen. It's just one of those tokens. It's just going to take off. So I bought in. I've got some. When that happens, I will rejoice and I will sell. And I will take those profits and I'll roll them into Dogecoin most likely. But that's why I have this chart here, which is this Sheeb Doge chart. When Sheeb versus Doge takes off and Sheeb is way up, then I'll rotate it back into Doge. And it's going to happen at some point in time. We just don't know when. And look at the 4-hour chart. This is going back into October. Sheeb has just been going down and down versus Doge. What hasn't been going down and down is Dogecoin's relationship to Bitcoin, which I have on this chart. And it is going up. If you recall, this was my prediction back on October 25th, that was the bottom. And I drew this line saying that we would be seeing Dogecoin going up versus Bitcoin. And I can go to the daily and we can see that, yes, that is happening. It's going up on the daily. So that's what I've been following. That's what I'm tracing. And that's what I predicted would happen. And so far that is happening. So that is good. Will this dip down again? It could. We don't know. Bitcoin goes on little spikes and Dogecoin sometimes follows, but sometimes Dogecoin goes on a spike versus Bitcoin, but then trades back down. So we have that happening too. But overall, the trend is now up. For those that have been holding on to Dogecoin for a long time, this is a great looking daily chart. We passed the golden cross right here. That was a week ago. We had the golden cross. And what has Dogecoin done since that golden cross? It's gone up. So that is good. We like to see that. And what does that mean for our Kriss Pax DCA portfolio? Dogecoin is now up over 47% of our portfolio. It's increasing in percentage because Doge is outperforming all the other cryptos. And we have now almost half of the entire portfolio as Doge. I put $10,000 into this portfolio for those that don't know. And now it's at 12,800. So it's up 28.9%. And we're just getting started. So this will be fun to follow. For those that are interested in this, subscribe and like. Always ask for that. But if you want to then get paid in Dogecoin out of the profits of this portfolio, you got to go to my YouTube channel and hit the join button and join. You get a little check mark next to your name. Your name is in green in the chat. Get some other fun emojis to use in the chat. That's how it works. And I will pay you Dogecoin out of this account when we sell. I've got 75,000 Dogecoin in this account, and I'm giving it away because I'm taking the profits of all the other stuff for me. So there you go. That's going to be great. And where are the prices of this going to be? We don't know. We don't know. But we accumulated over the summer, and this was my thing, right? I was saying, looking at the summer, I was saying this is the bottom. We're going up from here, and we started DCAing into these coins. And look what we're up now, like on some of these. Like Toss said, buy some render, Kriss. So I bought some render. We're up 122% on the render we bought. 122%. So we bought like $400 of render, and now it's up to $841. So over doubled in price. Bitcoin, we're up almost 40% on our Bitcoin. We're up 23% on our Ethereum. We're up 31% on our Algorand. We're up 33% on our Jasmy. Yeah, we got Jasmy just waiting for it to take off. So, and now we're just sitting on this because I put in my 10 grand. We bought the crypto, and now it's just sitting there. That's the power of DCA at the right time. Now, this isn't one of those I'm going to keep buying on. This was buying where I thought the dippiest dip was, put 10,000 in there, and we're already up 28.9%. And the bull market is just getting started. So you had that feeling about render, Ryan? Yep. I also bought some render for myself. So I've got a little bag of render too in my own portfolio. So yeah, I'm seeing good gains on that too. I like to diversify, have a bunch of different cryptos, just in case. I don't have it all in Doge. I like to see that when something else is running, yeah, I've got some of that. Like render, like stacks. Stacks has been doing well this week. And yeah, I got a little bag of stacks too. So that's all good. But we're here about, about Dogecoin in particular and where that's going to go from here. Are we going to stay above 8 cents? Was talking about that on X Twitter. If you guys don't follow me, I'm at ChrissPax. And this is what I posted yesterday when Dogecoin made that big move up over 8 cents. And I said, Dogecoin, strong move over 8 cents. Will it hold this time? And so far, it's doing pretty well, holding. So we'll be watching this overnight into tomorrow. And then, so I'll have a video tomorrow, and then we'll be live again late Friday night. I do my 10 o'clock p.m. live streams on Fridays because there's some people that can't join in at 5 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Eventually, I'm probably going to be live every day once the whole bull market and everything starts going crazy wild. But right now, it's like every other day is good. And it works for me. And from what I hear, it works for you guys too. Because, yeah, we're having fun. Taking it easy. Yeah, some talk about NFTs. Hey, Curtis, Brittany Taylor can turn their music into an NFT, bypass music producers. That's when NFTs will take off. Until then, I'm out. Yeah, that sounds cool. Tickets to concerts could be NFTs, right? So they kind of force you to buy an NFT that way. That could be coming. We'll see whether the ticketing agencies like Ticketmaster want to get into that or not. Right now, they're just making oodles of money just doing digital tickets in your Ticketmaster app. So they don't need it. But I eventually, as blockchain technology continues to advance and becomes more accepted across the span of everything, right? Then your concert tickets will be NFTs. And much more things will be NFTs. So Curtis, yeah, you're on the track there. So yep. You're in your last hour of work. Yeah, Ryan. Glad you could tune in. Again, I'll be on late on Friday night next. I'll probably get a video out tomorrow, just in the meantime, because the videos are always fun, just as a break. So some people just like that short, like 10-minute update on Dogecoin. And so I do that on my videos, but then this is more fun, interacting more with you guys, answering questions and getting into a dialogue conversation about things too. And these are going to be wild when we're in the bull market. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. We got to get there. Let's see if Doge holds 8 cents. I hope you all are well. I do have one other clip I need to play, and that is because Mr. Charlie Munger passed away yesterday at age 99, had a great long life together with Warren Buffett. They were like, the gods of stock investing. And what does Charlie say?
Bitcoin is worthless artificial gold.
Well, he was a little old to be on the Bitcoin trade. I'll tell you that. He did well enough with his stock investing, right? So he didn't need Bitcoin, but we all know Bitcoin is certainly a lot more than that. And so is Dogecoin. So Dogecoin as a currency, I can see it. I can certainly see it. And I hope Elon does too. So I hope you all are well. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.